Grebeningings, cat peasant. You've made it. Good job.
Oh no, cat peasant is present.
Cat present.
Cat present.
Yes.
Can I get a cat present?
No.
Can I get a cat peasant as a cat present?
How much are you willing to pay?
6 grebenings. Oh, wise.
By the way, I figured something out. Go to the beginning of the Bible. The beninging. Not the beninging, the actual beninging.
Wait, let me pull up the Bible real quick.
Literally the first page.
Literally the first page. Got it.
Yes.
Uno momento. Did I change something and forget about it?
I mean, you did change this, but the important part is we did not add credits. Like, people are gonna think that this is from them. So I realized we gotta fix this. Translated from translation completed, this blah, translated, edited. And then we just do explanations, fixes, and omissions by Skytus and Terrace.
Wise.
I just feel like that was missing. Also, no, wait, that was too much. Help.
What did you do?
I want the formatting to be. Can you not? If I don't use Google Docs, okay?
Insert a page break for fuck's sake.
Oh, fuck you, do it yourself.
Yeah, fuck you, I will.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, fucking watch me.
Yeah. The one has to be at the bottom of the first page, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, I'll just have to delete this page break. Because it has to be at the bottom of this, and I have to insert the page break after the one. Then I insert a page break there. And then I just have to move.
You know why do you do that? Today it's going to be ever so slightly different. We're trying out the Discord stage feature, which is basically similar to a stream, but it's audio only.
I fixed it. Ooh.
The only downside is that I can't, Terrace can't share his screen right now, so that sucks a little bit, but we're gonna try it. I don't know if anybody uses the stage feature on Discord. Like, maybe somebody's gonna tune in from there. Maybe we can entertain
you know what else sucks?
Me?
Oh, fuck. Right, fine.
There's plenty of things that suck. What?
Hey, wait, just taking my trousers off. Hold on. Yeah. Alright. Let's put this to the test.
I mean, I'm just gonna point out, why does it not begin at the beginning of the page, the actual text of the Bible? There's just still more? No, that was too much.
There it does. Okay.
It's, I mean, there's.
You know what? I'll just fix the formatting.
No, don't.
It's all of it. Fuck you.
You're removing what makes the Bible the Bible. You can't do that.
Fuck you. I'll fix it. Wait, watch this.
Oh, Terrace is about to literally delete the Bible. Great, you changed the font size. Now it's less legible on stream. Thank you for your contribution.
Look, look, page 1 is on page 1 now, and page 2 is on page 2 now.
Yeah, would you know where page 3 is? And 4? It does not add up, to fucking idiot.
Well, that's fine. I'll fix it. I'm not done fixing yet.
I think I'll just
See if I do this, right? See,
Oh!
hold.
I'm such a god.
No, you're not.
Why is it?
Wait.
I feel personally offended.
Wait, what is it correcting it to?
It wants to change it into Skystits. God damn it, fuck you. It just found it. What the fuck is...
I'm fixing it, goddammit.
The entire... No, when I'm reaching a new page, it has to be loaded and it's just completely fucked up.
It's fine. I'm fixing the formatting. It's
No,
fine.
you're not.
I am fuck you.
I am fuck you. Okay. I mean, I would like to start reading, but I have a feeling that whenever I start reading... Oh, where did the text go?
What you do is you grab the bit you want to read and paste it into a text document.
What you do is you
so
go
it
away.
doesn't go anywhere.
It's... How about you go ahead and stop this?
No, fuck you. I'll finish what I started.
Hey, Mr. Bird, are we going to reach the land of milk and honey today? Judging from the current pace, no.
Well, if Skytus hurries up with his sucking promise, we might reach the milk.
Okay, where did we end? We ended on the random rivalry between not even introduced characters, right? I mean, I would like to find it, but I literally can't even scroll the document because for some reason it's really, really laggy. Okay. Multitude of sons of Israel went out and they all got mad at Moses. Yo, why did you bring us away from here? We only survived for 40 years and now we're literally gonna die of thirst? Are you trying to kill us? What the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
and
like
then
how part of them weren't alive back then.
And then...
I mean, we're only on page, like, what, 41 there? So, I mean, I'm already on page 20, so it actually shouldn't take me that long to fix this.
What are you even doing?
It's fixing it. Mom, get the camera.
I bet there's gonna be more holes afterwards than there were in the beginning.
At least the page numbers kind of fucking add up.
Yeah, then we had the Amalek guy, who was the bad guy, I think, and then Joshua, who was friend, and her. Amalek overcame. It's a little difficult to actually find the text section when the document just keeps glitching out randomly. Amalek overcame.
Shuffle like a dick.
Blah, blah,
Why?
blah. Joshua put flight. Amalek.
Yeah. Fucking broken.
Yeah, so Amalek was basically the antagonist that was introduced randomly and is just... Yeah. Just remember Amalek bad.
Maybe just rename him to bad.
How much longer are you gonna need?
I'm on page 33 now. So whatever page number you got there, that's
40.
Yeah, so I'm like almost there now.
So, what has everyone else been up to? Any new friends you made that actively hinder your productivity? Any wrong decisions in life you made recently? Any regrets you have maybe you want to talk about?
I feel like this is targeted at me, but I can't quite put my finger on
me isn't even
why.
here. I'm talking about cat pests.
Okay, you can start reading now.
There was productivity here. It's long gone now. I got that reference. Once I finish scrolling. Okay, there we go. Move the stopping point. Nope, that was not correct. Sure, whatever, yeah. My week was fucking awful.
Did I have anything to do with it?
Downhills for me too. Well, it's all uphill from here. We're here for you.
And so is the Bible.
And so are my bad tweets, by the way, in case anyone missed them. There was a few today.
Yeah, you're on the fucking roll, son.
Okay, I think we can actually start now.
You can.
Just feels like waiting for the end to me. I mean, that's life in a nutshell, isn't it? Exodus 18. And when Jethro, the priest of Midian, the kinsman of Moses, had heard all that Skytus had done for Moses and for his people Israel, and that the Lord has led Israel away from Egypt, he brought Zipporah, the wife of Moses, whom he was to return to him, and her 2 sons, of whom one was called Gershom, in brackets, for his daddy said, I have been a newcomer in a foreign land, and the other, in truth, was Eliezer, opening parenthesis, for the Skytus of my daddy, he said, is my helper and has rescued me from the sword of Pharaoh, closing parenthesis.
For the narration.
And so Jethro, the kinsman of Moses, with his sons and his wife, came to Moses in the desert, where he was encamped next to the mountain of Skytus. Okay, I just want to point out, what the fuck did I just read? Okay, so the priest of Midian, who was the daddy of Moses' wife, but he brought Zipporah, the wife of Moses, whom he was to return to him. So basically, Moses' rental contract expired, and now he has to give the wife back. What?
How pretty efficient those people were back in the day, huh?
Whom he was to return to him. Who was to return to whom? Zipporah, the wife of Moses. I'm presuming the whom refers to Zipporah. So Zipporah has to be returned by Moses to Jethro. No, life should be keep busy until the end. Apparently not. Okay, so yeah, I guess Moses' rental contract expired. And the 2 sons, they were okay. The 2 sons were brought, and the names of them, blah blah blah, and then yeah, they were all brought to the desert in the mountain of next to the mountain of Skytus. God, that's such a confusing way to put it. And he sent words to Moses, saying, I, Jethro, your kinsman, have come to you with your wife and your 2 sons with her. And going out to meet his kinsman, he reverenced and kissed him. And they saluted each other with peaceful words. And when he had arrived at the tent, Moses explained to his kinsman all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians on behalf of Israel, and all the hardships which had befallen them on the journey, and how the Lord had freed them. And Jethro was gladdened over all the good that the Lord had done for Israel, because he had rescued them from the hand of the Egyptians. And he said, Blessed is the Lord, who has freed his people from the hand of the Egyptians and from the hand of Pharaoh. He has rescued his people from the hand of Egypt. Freed the people from the hand of the Egyptians and from the hand of Pharaoh and from the hand of Egypt. Which is literally all the same, basically.
Well, just in case you weren't sure. And hello, Glimpy. 2514.
Hi. It's
numbers.
Gimpy, not Glimpy. How dare you?
It's Glimpy now.
Okay.
That's go change your name so there's an L instead of 2 eyes. Your name is wrong. You wrote your name wrong. I'm not wrong. You're wrong.
The Lord your Skytus has spoken. You shall henceforth be known as Galimpy. Egypt has hands now. Yes.
and one leg, but we don't talk about that.
Just one?
Just one.
What did I touch last night then?
It's like a tripod.
I think it's a little too late for a name change. It's never too late. Nah, it's... Now I know that the great Lard is above all Skytis. This is why they acted arrogantly against them. Wait. What? This is why they, I assume the Egyptians, acted arrogantly against the Lard because they acted arrogantly against the Lard because the Lard is above all other Skytises? That's like reverse logic right there. What the fuck? Well, okay. And so Jethro, the kinsman of Moses, offered holocausts and sacrifices to Skytis. And Triple Aaron arrived with all the elders of Israel in order to eat bread with him in the sight of Skytis. Then, the next day, Moses sat down in order to judge the people, and they stood beside Moses from morning even until evening. And when, of course, his kinsman saw all that he did among the people, he said, "What is this that you do among the people?" He's just watching him all day, and then in the evening, like, "What are you doing, bro? Why do you sit alone while all the people stand before you from morning even until evening?" And Moses answered him, "The people come to me seeking the verdict of Skytis. And when any kind of dispute occurs among them, they come to me to judge between them and to reveal the precepts of Skytis and of his laws." But he said, "This is not good, what you are doing. You will be consumed by foolish efforts, both you and this people who are with you. The task is beyond your strength. You will not be able to bear it alone."
But is able?
I don't know, but why is there like there's a two missing? You're still editing, holy shit.
I'm still don't worry about it. I'm fixing it. I told you.
You will not be able to bear it alone. Sound.
I don't like bears.
Guess we gotta fix that. Able to bear it alone. But listen to my words and counsels, and then Skytis will be with you. Be available to the people in that which pertains to Skytis, so as to refer what they say to him, and to reveal to the people the ceremonies and the rituals of worship, and the way by which they should progress, and the work that they should do. Then provide from all of the people men capable and fearing Skytis, in whom there is truth, and who hate avarice, and appoint from them tribunes and leaders of hundreds and of fifties and of tens, who may judge the people at all times. Then, when anything greater will have occurred, they may refer it to you, and let them judge the lesser matters only. And so it may be lighter for you, the burden being divided among others. You know, that's actually incredibly reasonable. Here, get some people that do all of this, and if they can't figure it out, they gotta escalate it up to you, so you don't have to sit here taking care of every single dispute. That is insanely reasonable.
Oh, imagine the Bible saying reasonable things.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
We're like halfway through. It might just be like one of the first times.
If you will do this, you will fulfill the orders of Skytis, and you will be able to uphold his precepts, and this entire people will return to their places in peace. Having heard this, Moses did everything that he had suggested to him, and choosing virtuous men from all of Israel, he appointed them as leaders of the people, tribunes and leaders of hundreds and of fifties and of tens. And they judged the people at all times. But whatever was more serious, they referred to him. And they judged easier matters only. And he dismissed his kinsmen who, turning back, went to his own land. I like how they stated that he did all of it and then in detail listed all the things that he did, which were listed like a few sentences ago. That's very good. Just to make sure.
Just in case you forgot it while reading.
Exodus 19. In the 3rd month of the departure of Israel from the land of Egypt, in that day they arrived in the wilderness of Sinai. Wait, isn't that... there's a children's rhyme or nursery rhyme or something in German about the mountain of Sinai. Just realized. Anyway, thus setting out from Rephidim and going directly to the desert of Sinai, they encamped in the same place, and there Israel pitched their tents away from the region of the mountain. Then Moses ascended to Skytis. How? How? Did he just take the elevator to pay him a visit?
Just fucking leveled up.
Just take the stairway to heaven? Like,
let's just take... Oh, it's an escalator. God has some class.
It just says authorized personnel only.
It's just a fucking door.
Judging people all the time. Yeah, it's basically the ancient equivalent of Twitter. Okay. And the Lord called to him from the mountain. Wait, so Moses ascends to Skytis, and then the Lord called to him from the mountain. Like, I thought he ascended to him, so they're like face to face. What is ascending? Like, did he ascend only halfway?
Yeah, maybe they're just maybe it's like I'll meet you halfway kind of.
I guess it's implied that he ascended the mountain, and Skytis is still at the in heaven, so way above the mountain. So he ascends the mountain to the top. Which, it's a little misleadingly worded. Okay, delete this. Yes, delete. Ascended to Sky. This means ascended mountain Sinai. Pronunciation is probably wrong. I don't care. That is what it was at the mountain at that time. Well, but why did the Lord called to him from the mountain? Or was it? Or maybe Moses ascended, but not all the way, and the Lord is at the top and he's just shouting down. That would actually add up, yeah. Maybe Moses is at the foot of the mountain and they're just...
type of person just to maniacally shout down, you know?
Yeah, Moses is just at the foot of the mountain and they're just shouting all the way up and down the mountain.
Oh no, all mistakes were made. Oh no, I broke it now, oh no.
Just undo. I believe
I am.
And he said, "This you shall say to the house of Jacob, and announce to the sons of Israel. You have seen what I have done to the Egyptians, in what way I carried you upon the wings of eagles, and how I have taken you for myself. If, therefore, you will hear my voice, and you will keep my covenant, you will be to me a particular possession out of all people. For all the earth is mine." Weird flex, but okay.
What the fuck is even going on?
If you listen to me, if you do exactly what I say, you will be special to me. I own the entirety of Earth, by the way. He called him while Moses was still ascending. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Not the covenant again.
Yes, it's the same covenant as well. Under new management.
Aw, snip. Here we go again. And... Shut up, Terry.
Snip, motherfucker.
And you will be to me a priestly... What? You will be to me a priestly kingdom and a holy nation. These are the words that you will speak to the sons of Israel. Moses went, and calling together those greater by birth among the people, he set forth all the words which the Lord had commanded. Calling together those greater by birth, like greater than what? Greater is comparative. You have to compare to something. Like, greater than...
I mean, maybe just,
greater than...
Greater by... Will maybe, be greater than they would be otherwise.
I'm thinking maybe everyone that's older than Moses?
It's like when they're born, they're already level 2.
I don't get it. But he basically called the elders, I presume. I also find it interesting. And he set forth all the words which the Lord had commanded. And then it's not actually repeated what the Lord had commanded. So, like, what did the Lord say? It's never mentioned anywhere. The Bible is so confusing. What did the Lord say? It was never mentioned. And all the people responded together, "Everything that the Lord has spoken, we shall do." So did they all just like say at the same time? Like they all look at each other and then they just synced up their minds and they were like, okay. And then they all just what?
Spoke in unison.
Yes.
It's a really dodgy horror movie.
Finally, the 15 commandments, isn't it? Was it 15? Maybe it was 10 in the new one. 10, yeah. I'm thinking more like 10.
Wait, I got the perfect video for that as well.
Thou shalt follow Skytus. It's the first commandment. And when Moses had related the words of the people to the Lord said to him, "Soon now, I will come to you in the midst of a cloud, so that the people may hear me speaking to you, and so that they may believe you continuously." Therefore Moses reported the words of the people to the Lord, who said to him, "Go to the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their garments." Oh wow, they're even allowed to wash their clothing? What a generous Lord. The fuck?
Skydive, I'm sending you the perfect video that you can play when we get to the right bit.
Let me know when we're at the right bit.
Whenever we were mentioning the commandments.
So before or after?
Round about that area.
Like,
Probably. I'd go with before. Probably. It'll be good before.
Okay. Where was I now? "And let them be prepared on the third day. For on the third day the Lord will descend in the sight of all the people over Mount Sinai. And you will establish limits for the people all around, and you will say to them, 'Take care not to ascend the mountain, and that you do not touch its parts, for otherwise I will come for your foreskin.'" It was a reference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Terrace linked me as well.
Yeah.
Yep, I didn't know that, so that's
It's
why
the same link I sent Skytus.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yes, Mr. Burns, you're the man. I'm literally the same URL and everything. It's why I sent to Skytus.
"Take care not to ascend to the mountain, and that you do not touch its parts." Like its parts? What? Are you not allowed? If there's
you have to just float now.
I'm just wondering, if there's dust on the mountain, is that part of the mountain? And if there's a breeze that sends the dust elsewhere and then you touch it?
No, you can't even touch the air that's touching the mountain.
All who touch the mountain shall die a death. My God, imagine if you had to die something else. Imagine if you had to die a spider. "Hand shall not touch him, but he shall be crushed with stones, or he shall be pierced through with darts. Whether it be a beast or a man, he shall not live. For when the trumpet begins to sound, perhaps they might go up toward the mountain." Trumpet?
Just a squirrel touches the fucking mountain, and just an angry mob of fucking flame-wielding maniacs starts fucking chasing it.
Or when the trumpet begins to sound. Which fucking trumpet did they? This is.
They invented.
Apparently, they had.
This is when the trumpet's been invented. This right here is the invention of the trumpet.
"And Moses came down from the mountain to the people, and he sanctified them. But when they had washed their garments, he said to them, 'Be prepared on the third day, and do not draw near to your wives.' And now the third day arrived, and the morning dawned. And behold, thunders began to be heard. And also lightning flashed, and a very dense cloud covered the mountain. And the noise of the trumpet resounded vehemently. The trumpet.
The trump.
Yes, the well-introduced trumpet. All know exactly what that is. And the people who were in the camp were fearful. Why? Weren't there trumpets involved in Sodom and Gomorrah? Or haven't we reached that yet? Do you think I'm paying attention? Fuck you. I'm just here to make some money.
We are here to mock and educate.
And when Moses had led them out to meet Skytis, from the place of the camp, they stood at the base of the mountain. Then all of Mount Sinai was smoking. Smoking what?
A fat cigar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Smoking weed? Like what? For the Lord had descended over it with fire, and smoke ascended from it, as from a furnace. Or no, it was Jericho, when they tear the city down by musical instruments. You know. Nope, I haven't heard Jericho yet, so we haven't been there yet. For the Lord had descended over it. Descended over it? Well, I guess, yeah. And smoke ascended from it, as from a furnace. And the entire mountain was terrible.
Brilliant.
Can you please highlight this? This is a good one. Oh, the entire mountain is terrible. Like, what? This entire book is terrible.
Oh, fuck.
How is a mountain, like, what makes a mountain terrible? What the fuck? It's just...
What page are we on?
42.
Yeah, let me just scroll back up.
And the sound of the trumpet gradually increased to be louder. Yeah, that's what usually happens when it increases. It gets louder. You wouldn't say it increased in quietness.
Well, actually. Watch me. So I was scrolling through this document. It's so fucking terrible.
Judging people, and now even you just use the fucking scroll bar on the right to jump to page 42.
Yeah, it's not fucking letting me.
You fucking suck.
You wish.
I'm
here.
And extended to be longer.
Where's the bit?
Right above what I'm highlighting right now. Basically, just read a little bit before that. As opposed to extending the shortness. Like, what? Obviously, if they extend, they're longer. Moses was speaking, and Skytis was answering him. And the Lord descended over Mount Sinai to the very top of the mountain. Wait, what?
Descended to the top? Wait.
Excuse me? And the Lord descended over Mount Sinai to the very top of the mountain.
Well, for my next trick, I'm going to descend backwards.
Can you please also highlight this? What?
But isn't that just ascending and he just smites him with lightning?
Lord walks upside down. That's the most valid explanation, but yeah, that's also going into the best help, I'm pretty sure. This is just... And he called Moses to its summit. And when he had ascended there, he said to him, "Descend."
Why is this so funny? Let me scroll back up and highlight that as well. That's fucking hilarious.
Come up here. Okay, now fuck off. Descend and call the people to witness, lest they might be willing to transgress the limits, so as to see the Lord. And a very great multitude of them might perish. Likewise, the priests who approach towards the Lord, let them be sanctified, lest he strike them down. Okay, that seems needlessly violent.
Fucking just breaks their neck.
And Moses said to the Lord, "The people are not able to ascend to Mount Sinai, for you testified and you commanded, saying, set limits around the mountain and sanctify it. And the Lord said to him, go, descend, and you shall ascend, and triple Aaron with you.
My fucking god.
But let not the priests or the people transgress the limits, nor ascend to the Lord, lest perhaps he may put them to death." So, hold on, let me reread this. So he's saying, go back down and call the people to watch. The people that are already at the foot of the mountain, as far as I understand it. So basically bring them up to witness. Otherwise they might be willing to... Hey, what? To transgress the limits. So actually to go past the limits that I told you to uphold. Like, where is he calling the people to witness? That's what I don't understand. Because they're not allowed to enter the mountain. Because if they transgress the limits, a great multitude of them might perish. And the priests who approach should be sanctified. Otherwise they will be killed. And then Moses said, they're not able to go on the mountain because you didn't allow that. And then the Lord's like, okay, fuck off. And then come back and bring triple Aaron. But not the priests that I before requested to approach to the Lord, so to me, so I can sanctify them. They make up your fucking mind. What is this bullshit? He's just... So he's basically saying, go back, come back up with triple Aaron, but not the priest, even though I just requested that they come back up. Or anyone else. And don't come up to me. Or, no, wait, actually that's still referring to the people. Yeah, don't let them get past the limit, so don't let them climb the mountain. Why is the alert not working? Thank you for the raid, Danny. How did it go? We're trying to decipher a...
Oh no, Danny. It's Danny. It's a strange Danny.
It's... Yeah, sure. You call him whatever you want. Okay, so the Lord says, go down. Call the people to witness. So I guess bring your people to the foot of the mountain so they can watch. Because otherwise, that's what less means, right?
I'll let you watch.
Less basically means otherwise or unless, right?
Yes.
Okay, so bring your people to watch, because otherwise they might be willing to go past the limit, aka climb the mountain to see the Lord, and they will die. So he's basically saying, call your people to watch me, the Lord, because if they don't watch, they might climb up to see the Lord. I guess
maybe they're supposed to watch something different.
And then the priests who approach towards the Lord, however the fuck they would do that, because they're not allowed to climb the mountain, they should be sanctified, lest he strike them down. So otherwise, the Lord will kill them.
Slap.
This is... Oh, this is so confusing. Raider, but what Raider? Granny kicked my fucking ass. Danny got wrecked by Granny.
Danny.
Hello, Summer. Welcome to the stream. I don't think you've been here before. You made a terrible mistake. And you will come to regret it very soon. I don't think even this will make it better.
Introduction.
Good night, Skytis. There is no making this better. And then Moses says, the people can't go on the mountain because you said, put limits around the mountain. And then the Lord responds, go back down, come back up with your brother Triple Aaron, but not the priests, even though I just requested for them. Not anyone else. Like, the only explanation I can come up with is that the Lord literally changed his mind during this. Okay, so no, the only people allowed on the mountain now are Moses and Triple Aaron. Anyone else may be put to death. May. It's... Yeah. Yes, Terrace. And Moses descended to the people and he explained everything to them. Exodus 20. And the Lord spoke all these words. I am the Lord your Skytis, who led you away from the land of Egypt, out of the house of servitude. You shall not have a strange Skytis before me. You shall not make yourself a graven image, nor a likeness of anything that is in heaven above or on earth below, nor of those things which are in the water under the earth. I guess these are the commandments that I put on the video now.
That'd be hecka wild.
Hold on. Paris wanted me to share this.
Lord, I shall give these laws unto thy people. Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah has given unto you
I know that.
these 15, 10 commandments for all to obey.
I think I've seen that before, but I completely forgot about it.
Oh, it's so brilliant.
Okay, yeah, so basically, don't have any other skytises. But first of all, I am amazing. You shall not have any other skytises. You shall not make any
attack.
Let me fix the skytises.
Don't make any images of anything in heaven or on earth below. So basically, don't make image. You shall not make for yourself a graven image. What are you doing?
I'm fixing skytises.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Skytises. Yeah.
that's not making it better. It has to be plural of skytis, so it has to, skytees. I don't fucking know.
Skytits.
Now it's even more confusing the way you changed it. Fuck you. Okay, you shall not make for yourself a graven image nor a likeness of anything that is in heaven above or on earth below, nor of those things which are in the... Wait, okay, so you're not allowed to make any kind of image of anything from heaven, from hell, or from anything in the water. So you're not even allowed to make an image of a fish. Am I understanding this correctly? Nor of those things which are in the waters under the earth.
No, it's only the waters that are under the earth.
What?
It's
Is there
the,
like,
it's the,
is that the water in hell, like the river Styx or whatever?
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, isn't that also part of hell? But okay, yeah. So you're not allowed to make any images of anything in heaven, in hell, or from like the river Styx or anything around there. So
or maybe just random caves that have water in them like that. Nah, that's just fucking forbidden.
Yeah, if there's anything in a cave underwater, nope. Only waters under the earth. Yes, no fish pigs. No,
fucking try and scare it away with a cross.
Fish pigs are allowed unless it's a fish that's in a cave underwater. Or in any water under the earth. I mean, it doesn't have to be cave. But
I am under the water. Please help me.
Shut the fuck up. Basically, caves with legs in them. I think you gotta post that in the chat for context for people again. You shall not adore them, nor shall you worship them. I guess the images? What does the Bible say about dick pics? Nothing yet.
No, that's totally fine.
Also,
you can send them all to Skytus.
Also, please go ahead and watch that video. It's very short. Just watch it. It is very relevant right now. You shall not adore them, nor shall you worship them. I am the Lord your Skytus, strong, zealous, visiting the iniquity of the daddies on the sons to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, and showing mercy to thousands of those who love me and keep my precepts. What?
Nice.
Okay, so don't adore...
He's leveled himself up again.
Don't adore the pictures that you're not allowed to make, and don't worship them. I'm the Lord your Skytus. I'm fucking amazing. I visit the iniquity of the daddies on the sun. Wait, what? To the third and fourth generation of those who hate. What in the actual fuck does that even mean? Hold on, I gotta... What is iniquity actually? Okay, so injustice. Okay, so what? I visit the iniquity of the daddies on the sons to the third and fourth. So basically, if anybody sins against me or just anything unjust, I will haunt them to the third and fourth generation. But only if they hate me, and show mercy to those that love me. So, hold on, I need to add a comment. So, if you sin, you will be punished for 4 generations, unless... wait, no, wait, fuck, where did my... Are you doing something to the document again?
Of course not.
You will not only hunt down you, but also your grandchildren and their children. Yeah. If you sin, you will be punished for 4 generations. But only if you hate the Lord your Skytus. That's what this basically means. It's a little complicated in terms of the phrasing, but that's what it means. You shall not take the name of the Lord your Skytus in vain. So I'm not allowed to inject it? For the
Have my head out now.
Yeah. For the Lord will not hold harmless one who takes the name of the Lord his Skytus falsely. So basically, don't pretend you're Skytus?
No, don't say "oh my god" just for the sake of it.
No, you're allowed to say "oh my god," but you're not allowed to say "oh my Skytus." Wait a moment. Hold on. Give me just a moment. You shall not take the name of the Lord your Skytus in vain. So, Skytus is his job title, basically, just like God would be a job description, so to speak.
God,
and his name.
Oh my God, it's just Jehovah.
Is yes.
Oh
so
my
saying
God.
"oh my God" according to the Bible is fine.
Oh my fucking God. Oh. I'm gonna go argue with a
Holy
priest.
shit.
I'm gonna find a priest to argue with now.
Holy shit, you gotta highlight that. That is holy fuck. Saying "oh my God" is fine. You just can't use the name. What was it? YHWH or something?
Yes.
What's his name? No, his name is it's pronounced Jehovah, but it's spelled something like that. I don't know the exact spelling.
Let me double check. It's YHWH.
Yeah, it's basically an Among Us lobby code. So yeah, just to make it expressly clear, you see it, you see what it says here, and that's how it works. His name is Jehovah. Yeah, Jehovah. Yeah, but for some reason that's how it's spelled. Like don't question the Lord.
For pronunciation's sake, it's usually spelled like this.
Yeah. Remember that you are to sanctify the day of the Sabbath. For 6 days you will work and accomplish all your tasks. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your Skytus. You shall not do any work in it. You and your son and your daughter, your male servant and your female servant, your beast, and the newcomer who is within your gates.
But
Or in
I would like to highlight that they did not specify cattle this time.
Yeah? Cattle is allowed to do work. This cattle is fucking stupid. They wouldn't understand anyway. I mean, think about it. Cattle. Obviously, they're stupid. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and the sea, and all the things that are in them. And so he rested on the 7th day. For this reason, the Lord has blessed the day of the Sabbath and sanctified it. Honor your daddy and your mother, so that you may have a long life upon the land, which the Lord your Skytis will give to you.
Did we rewrite the word Sabbath, or are you just mispronouncing it?
You actually not remember?
No, I can't remember.
Obviously, this is on purpose.
Understandable. I wasn't sure if you're doing it on purpose, if you're being acoustic.
You shall not murder. Are you?
Why is that so strangely specific? Everything else has this long-winded explanation, and it just gets to what it's like. And do not murder.
I mean, imagine if it was "do not murder" in the sight of the Lord, and then it's like the Lord is asleep for like a split second, and somebody manages to get away with a kill, and he's like, "Fuck." He's just not allowing room for any technicalities or anything. Nice detour in the middle of the commandments. God of Lex. You shall not commit adultery. On? What the fuck is adultery?
Cheating in a marriage.
I was just about to ask it in a marriage. Okay.
How did you not know that?
Never heard that term, but yeah, okay, sure. But cheating in games is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You shall not steal, but you shall borrow it indefinitely.
You can have it back when I'm dead.
You shall not speak false testimony against your neighbor,
Oh no.
but anyone else is fair game. So, if you hate your neighbor... No, shut up. No.
If you hate your neighbor, just move in with them.
No.
They're no longer your neighbor.
No! If you hate your neighbor, move somewhere else and then accuse them of anything. They're no longer your neighbor. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Why would I move in with them?
Yeah, just
And
move
also,
in with them.
no, hold on. I just realized something. No, this is completely unnecessary. If you hate your neighbor, just throw unleavened bread in their house on the 10th day of go fuck yourself. I forgot the diet. I don't care.
Oh, let me whip it up.
You shall not fuck, what's the pronunciation? Covid? Covid? I think it's Covid? Yeah, fuck off. The house of your neighbor. Neither shall you desire his wife, nor male servant, nor female servant, nor ox, nor donkey, nor anything that is his. Why doesn't it list everything and then anything that is his?
Yeah.
At first I was wondering, okay, so children are excluded? No, anything that is his. So, but once again, if you want to fuck your neighbor's wife, move anywhere else.
Or in.
And go ham.
Or just move in with him.
Well, but doesn't that count as coveting the house? Don't desire your neighbor's ox and donkey. Ox and donkey. Then all the people considered the voices and the lights and the sound of the trumpet and the smoking mountain. And being terrified and struck with fear, they stood at a distance.
He's kind of say.
Hold on. Saying to Moses, "Speak to us, and we will listen. Let not the Lord speak to us, lest perhaps we may die." Please talk to us. Don't let the Lord talk to us. I'm afraid I will literally die.
Just fucking kills over and dies.
What is a terrorist?
I'm rubbing antiseptic cream into my feet.
Yeah, but me isn't here to help you, so...
I know. I'm doing it myself.
You should rub anti-Bible cream into your feet.
Keep a Bible cream.
And Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid." It's misspelled again. Do not be afraid. For Skytis came in order to test you, and so that the dread of him might be with you, and you would not sin. And the people stood far away. But Moses approached toward the mist, in which was Skytis. Thereafter the Lord said to Moses, "This you shall say to the sons of Israel. You have seen that I have spoken to you from heaven. You shall not make skytises of silver, nor shall you make for yourselves skytises of gold." Can I just point out, this was already in the commandments, because as far as I know, skytis is in heaven, so he's already off the table. So specifying that you can't make a skytis of silver or gold seems a little redundant. "You shall make an altar from the earth for me, and you shall offer upon it your holocausts and peace offerings, your sheep and oxen, not cattle, in every place where the memory of my name shall be. I will come to you, and I will bless you."
It's not a threat.
No, this is like, if you have to sneeze, you quickly make a sacrifice, so the Lord comes down and is like, "Bless you." As redundant as you. How dare you? The Bible is... Nobody can be as redundant as the Bible.
Apart from Cat Peasant.
True. True. And we can't bonker. "And if you make an altar of stone for me, you shall not build it from cut stones. For if you lift up a tool over it, it will be defiled. You shall not ascend by steps to my altar, lest your nakedness be revealed."
Walks up a step. Gone. What the fuck? Where did my clothes go?
No, I think maybe they just ascended stairs very differently back in the days. They just, like Mr. Bean style, lift their legs super far up, and since they're only wearing skirt-like stuff, you can just see the entire glory. Because I was thinking, what if you just have a super small step?
But then they wouldn't be naked. I mean, you can see things, but that doesn't define nudity.
The nakedness. I mean, it could also be partial nakedness.
Why are you here?
I don't know.
Oh no. We don't acknowledge that. We just ignore that. That's one of the hate raid thingies as far as I know. Exodus 21. "These are the judgments which you shall place before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years shall he serve you. In the 7th he shall depart freely, without charge." So he's not allowed to run away. He has to slowly walk away. Okay. You're supposed to laugh now, Terrace. There we go.
That's a fucking
Did
good
you even
one,
get the
that.
joke?
No.
Without charge. He's not allowed to charge away. He has to walk away. Ah, fuck you. "With whatever clothing he arrived, with the like, let him depart. If he has a wife, his wife shall also depart, at the same time. But if the Lord gave him a wife, and she has borne sons and daughters," only if she has borne sons and daughters. If it's only sons or only daughters, or a singular one, then it's different. "The woman and her children shall belong to her Lord. Yet still, he himself will go out with his clothing. And if the servant will say, 'I love my Lord, and my wife and children, I will not depart freely,' then his Lord shall make an offering for him to the heavens, and it shall be applied to the door and the posts, and he will pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall be his servant in perpetuity." That does not sound like a good deal. What the fuck? I also like how you have to pierce your ear. Like, it doesn't specify where, so I mean, it's just gonna grow back, and then like it's just this needless pain, I guess, you're inflicting. It doesn't say you have to wear an earring as a sign of eternal servitude or anything. It's just pierce your ear, and then whatever. "If anyone sells his daughter to be a servant, she shall not depart as a female servant is accustomed to go out." Wait, "she shall not depart as a female servant is accustomed to go out." What? "If she displeases the eyes of her Lord to whom she had been delivered, he shall dismiss her. but he shall have no authority to sell her to a foreign people, even if he despises her. But if he has betrothed her to his sons, he shall treat her according to the custom with his daughters. And if he takes another for him, he shall provide to the maiden a marriage and clothing, and he shall not refuse the price of her chastity. The price of her chastity.
Virginity.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Terrace. It's literally just that's why. Don't ask, okay?
Understandable.
We can talk about it after the stream if you want, but yeah, that's what I'll leave it at. If he does not do these three things, she shall depart freely, without money. Whoever strikes a man intending to murder shall be put to death. So what if somebody tries to kill someone, then they have to be killed, which is murder, isn't it?
Yes.
Although I guess shall be put to death. I guess you could put yourself to death, so it could just be, okay, kill yourself. And then you're just gonna be like, no? Well, you have to. Revenge is not murder. Okay, well then I guess it's fine. But if he did not lie in wait for him, but Skytis delivered him into his hands, then I will appoint for you a place to which he must flee. If someone murders his neighbor with deliberation by lying in wait, you shall tear him away from my altar so that he may die. Whoever strikes his daddy or mother shall die a death.
Do not die a death.
Whoever will have stolen a man and sold him, having been convicted of the crime, shall be put to death. Whoever speaks evil of his daddy or mother shall die a death. If men will have quarreled and one of them has struck his neighbor with a stone or a fist, and he does not die but lies in bed, if he gets up again, can walk outside on his staff, he who struck him will be innocent, but only if he makes sufficient restitutions for his deeds and for the cost of the physicians. What the actual fuck? Okay, so if men are having a fight, one of them hits his neighbor. So I just want to point out, two random people that are not neighbors in a village have a fight, and then during the fight, one of them hits their neighbor with a stone or a fist. If you hit them with a stick or a weapon or anything, that's fine. But if you hit them with a stone or a fist, and the person doesn't die, but has to lie in bed, which I guess will happen eventually because you go to sleep. And if the person gets up and can walk outside on his staff, the person who hit him is innocent if he makes sufficient restitution.
Confused noises.
So if you hit someone but don't kill them, you're fine? Interesting. Whoever strikes his male or female servant with his staff, and if they have died by his hands, he shall be guilty of a crime. Okay, but hitting them with his staff is fine. As long as they don't die. And also hitting them with various other materials. But if he survives for 1 day or 2, he shall not be subject to punishment because it is his money.
Hello, I like money.
Terrace? What did I just read?
Um,
Whoever strikes his male or female servant with his staff, and if they have died by his hands, he shall be guilty of a crime. But if he survives for 1 day or 2, he shall not be subject to a punishment, because it is his money. Oh, I guess a servant is considered money. You know, if the servant didn't die and you just injured the servant, yeah, you are not going to be punished because, well, it's your servant. You're free to do what you want.
yes.
Okay, that's interesting because maybe that's going to come in the future. If they talk about money, that may also be referring to servants. Or maybe exclusively. If you don't cripple him enough so you can still walk with the stick. Yeah. Yeah. Servants are the money. Yep. If men will have quarreled, and one of them has struck a pregnant woman, and as a result she miscarries, but she herself survives, he shall be subject to as much damage as the husband of the woman shall petition from him, or as arbitrators shall judge. So basically, if you kill an unborn child,
the woman can just decide.
The woman has no fucking say in it. She's worthless, obviously, because this is the Bible. As the husband of the woman shall petition.
Yeah.
So if you kill an unborn child, the husband of that woman can decide how much money, or the arbitrators will judge.
So if you don't want a child, you get someone to punch your wife, and then you decide that he doesn't get punishment.
Yes.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
But if her death will have followed, he will repay a life for a life, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth,
a penis for a
hand for a hand. Well done. A foot for a foot, a scrape for a scrape, a wound for a wound, a bruise. I'm not done. A bruise for a bruise. Go ahead.
You can stop now.
I just want to point out, these are two great verses by themselves. I mean, also, what's the point of them? He will repay a life for a life. Yeah, obviously. He will die because he killed. Makes sense. An eye for an eye. So, if he happened to poke her in the eye, he also has to have an eye removed. But this is only relevant because it's only if her death has followed. So, he has to remove one of his eyes and then die. And if he knocked one of her teeth out, he has to remove a tooth beforehand. Like, what is the relevance of any of these things listed? It's already mentioned life for a life. If anyone will have struck the eye of his male or female servant, having them left with one eye, he shall release them freely because of the eye that he has put out. Okay, technicality. I think I know where this is going. I know where this is going. So let me just put it like this. If you strike both eyes, then they have to stay. I mean, they might not be very efficient servants at that point, but yeah, if you strike your servant and you leave them with just one eye, quickly just follow up with another strike and remove the other one. Because this only applies having them left with one eye. Or actually, no. It's still, then you have left them with one eye and then with 0 eyes, so then it actually still applies. But if you remove both eyes in one strike, then it would work. Or if you have a servant that only has one eye because they were released, and then you took them as a servant for whatever reason, and then you remove their remaining eye, then you're fine. I mean, this is how a lawyer would approach this. I think this is a loophole right there.
What if you release them and then your neighbor captures them and gives them back to you?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
We don't really have rules for claiming peasants, do we?
Yeah, I was just about to say we don't really have that as to.
You just walk up to him like a big bug net and go like, aha!
Likewise, if he knocks out a tooth of his male or female servant, he shall similarly release them freely. I'm just waiting for the section where it's like, if he knocks out a tooth of his male servant, he shall release him freely. If it's a female though, what does it fucking matter? It's always mentioned both instead of just being a servant. But I guess a servant would just imply that it's male because of the time the Bible was written in, maybe? I don't know. If an ox has struck a man or a woman with his horn, and if they die, it shall be stoned, and its flesh shall not be eaten. Also, the owner of the ox will be innocent. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I mean, killing the ox there, but that the owner is innocent, yeah, makes sense. But if the ox had been punishing with his horn from yesterday and the day before, and they were shut up. But if the ox had been pushing with his horn from yesterday and the day before, and they warned his owner, but he did not confine it, and it will have killed a man or a woman, then the ox shall be stoned and his owner shall be killed. Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't take care of your ox, yeah. Okay, what is it?
Can I just point out this bit, like the last half a page, just going through every possible combination of fucking harm that can be done and the consequences that follow?
Yeah, it's important to lay down the law, clearly.
Fuck's sake.
Where was I?
Yeah. Something about an ox.
Here. But if they have imposed a price on him, he shall give, in exchange for his life, whatever is asked. Okay, so if your ox killed someone and then you're like, okay, give me $10, and then he gives you $10, then it's fine. Likewise, if it has struck a son or a daughter with its horns, it shall be subject to a similar verdict. I guess man and woman is referring not to the gender, but rather to gender and age. And now it's... No, wait, actually... struck a son or a daughter. Everyone, literally every single person on Earth is a son or a daughter. Or maybe some in between if you're like non-binary gender, but whatever. You get the point. You are your parent's son or daughter. So, Bible, please. Is this still part of the 10 Commandments? No, this is part of the fucking stupid. If it attacks a male or female servant, he shall give 30 shekel of silver to their lord. Yet truly the ox shall be stoned. If a man digs or opens a cistern and does not cover it, and an ox or a donkey falls into it, but not cattle, then the owner of the cistern shall repay the price of the beasts, and what is dead will belong to him. If the ox of a stranger wounds the ox of another, and it has died, then they shall sell the live ox and divide the price, but the carcass of the dead one they shall distribute between them. Wait, what? Okay, one ox kills another. Then the living ox must be sold, and they share the money. So Terrace has an ox, and I have an ox. My ox kills Terrace ox. Now my ox has to be sold, and Terrace and I both get half of the selling price.
I mean,
even
there's some logic in the matter.
My ox killed your ox. Why do you only get half an ox? Should it be the ox has to be sold because clearly I'm not capable of keeping it in check? You get the money, and I can just go fuck myself. No. What is this logic? No, this is...
It's more of like an sorry man, my ox killed you. Yeah, sorry, yeah, we'll just do the selling thing. Yeah. And then you do the selling thing.
But if he knew that his ox had pushed with its horns yesterday and the day before, and its owner did not confine it, then he shall repay an ox for an ox, and he will receive the whole carcass. So yeah, but basically then you just trade oxes. I mean, that makes sense. If you okay, so the before part was just if you don't know about it. Okay, yeah, then that does sound fair. Yeah,
just buys a sheep to bypass this whole thing.
Exodus 22. If anyone will have stolen an ox or a sheep, but not cattle, and if he kills it or sells it, but not if he keeps it, then he will restore 5 oxen for 1 and 4 sheep for 1 sheep. So, just to be clear, if you steal, you have to return it. But in one of the commandments, if I remember correctly, it said something along the lines of, you shall not steal. Interesting. And now stealing is fine, as long as you don't kill or sell it. So if you just use the sheep yourself, or the ox...
Don't steal.
Make it stop already. Just close the tab and you're fine.
I'm gonna play solitaire on my iPod.
If a thief will have been discovered breaking into a house or digging under it, and he has received a mortal wound, he who struck him down will not be guilty of blood. Makes sense. But if he did this when the sun was risen, he has perpetrated a homicide and he shall die. Wait, what? So if a thief breaks into a house or tries to dig under it, so if a thief tries to steal, basically, and he's mortally wounded, the person that wounded him is not guilty of murder. Unless this was during the day. Then it's murder, and you shall also die.
Yes.
What the... What?
Flawless logic, my dude. Don't worry about it.
If he does not have the means to make restitutions for this theft, he shall be sold. Wait, but he was mortally wounded! He's fucking dead! How would he... If a thief has been discovered breaking into a house or digging under it, and he has received a mortal wound, he who struck him down will not be guilty of blood. Makes sense. But if he did this when the sun was risen, he has perpetrated a homicide, and he shall die. So yeah, if you attack somebody trying to break into someone else's house during the day, and they're mortally wounded, then it counts as you murdering them.
Oh, that's fucking rude.
And if you cannot pay the restitutions for the theft of the other fucking person, you will be sold, even though you should die.
Why are you so incredibly upset?
Because this is dumb. Like, I can literally just make this one comment here because I don't even know what to say. This is just a bruh moment. If whatever he stole should be found with him, a living thing, either an ox or a donkey or a sheep, he shall repay double. Wait. What? Wasn't it said that if you steal oxen or sheep, you have to pay 4 and 5 times back? And now it's 2 times?
No, this is a different situation.
Or is this the person that killed the person breaking it? What? Wait, no, hold on. No, the thief is being sold if he can't repay. But the thief is mortally wounded.
Which means that he's dead.
Yes. Mortal wound. Or does this mean if he, as in the thief, did this when the sun was risen? So if you try to break into someone's house during the day, it counts as a homicide? But still, you shall die.
Die a death.
And if you don't have the restitution, so if you don't have a life that you can pay, then you shall be sold.
Organs. Fresh organs.
No, this is not in case of the mortal wounds anymore. Okay, what does this mean then? If he did this must be referring to something before. What is this referring to? Please enlighten me. I don't fucking get it. Because my explanation, based on the context, is the most logical one, but it's still fucking stupid. So I would love to be corrected on what this actually means. He did this, the thief breaking into a house. Okay. So, yeah, that makes sense. If you break into a house during the day, it's considered homicide. And you shall die. Okay, makes sense. If it's homicide, then you shall die. That also makes sense, yeah. Alive for alive.
Yeah.
And if you do not have the means to make restitutions for the theft, so if you broke in and you stole something, then if it happened during the day, you will die. And if you can't pay back the stuff that you stole, you have to be sold. And then you get killed afterwards?
Seems legit.
It's just, here, have the slave, and then you just kill the slave after the trade. If you kill the thief breaking into your house during the day, you shall die. And but what about the restitutions for the theft? That's obviously referring to the thief. But the thief already... I don't care.
Keep going. Go on.
I don't want to know. And then whatever was stolen, you have to somehow repay double. Suddenly it's a lower rate because fuck you. If there is any damage to a field or a vineyard when he has released his cattle, to pasture,
Yes.
to pasture on the land of a stranger, he shall repay the best of what he has in his own field or in his own vineyard, according to the estimation of the damage. Yeah, that makes sense. I think if he does not have refers to the non-deadly outcomes. But
Sky is doing.
So-
Stop responding.
okay, wait. I'm trying to work this in now. You break in
Yes.
and somebody attacks you,
Yes.
not guilty. They're not guilty, obviously. If you...
What? Why are you here?
Oh my god, make it stop. If you break into someone's house during the day, you die. If you break into someone's house during the night, you won't die. But if you're caught and you can't repay, like give back what you stole or give back equal, or well, whatever the restitutions are, probably more, then you have to be sold, presumably as a slave. I mean, logically, this makes sense. The way it's worded, it clearly doesn't, but... okay, so... actually, let me delete this. Where is this comment? Break. You killed someone breaking into a house. You're good. You break into a house during the day equals death. Break into a house during night equals pay restitutions. If you can't, you're sold.
Ka-ching.
5 times was when the thief has sold or killed the ox sheep. Wait, was it? Anyone will have stolen an ox. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Forgot about that part because I got a little distracted by a pile of garbage known as the Bible. Okay, and if you steal something and it's still with you and alive, then you just repay double. Yeah, that actually seems pretty reasonable. And then, yeah, if you indirectly cause damage to someone's crops, you repay. If a fire will have been discovered departing from a brush and taking hold in stacks of grain, or in crops standing in the fields, whoever ignited the fire shall repay the damages. If anyone will have entrusted money or a container to his friend to keep, and if these have been stolen from the one who received them, if the thief is found, he shall repay double. Wait. So I give Terrace money. Here, have $50. Hold on to them for me.
Yoink.
And then someone steals them from Terrace. And then the thief is found. The thief has to pay back 100.
Yes.
But if Terrace has $50 and the thief steals $50, then he only has to give back the 50?
No, that's still double because he stole shit.
No, but it says if you have entrusted this to a friend and they're stolen. So
wait.
So
if you let me money and then someone steals it and then gives me back double and I give you back what I owe you, does that mean I still got the other half?
I'm not sure. But I just if this is what it means, then what we would do is I give you, let's say I have 1,000 of whatever money in whichever currencies, and Terrace has 1,200. Then I give Terrace 1,000 and he gives me 1,000. And then if any of my money gets stolen, it has to be paid back double. And if any of Terrace's money, which is actually mine, but borrowed, is stolen, except for the 200 that is actually his, is stolen, they have to pay back double. So you just find someone with whom you basically exchange your valuables one for one, or borrow them to each other, and if they're stolen, then you get paid back double. Just in case somebody does decide to steal from you. If the thief is unknown, the lord of the house will be brought before the heavens to swear that he did not lay his hand on the goods of his neighbor.
So is this what marriage is all about then?
Yes, this is how the stock market works. You take someone else's money and profit off that, or valuables rather. So as to that he did not lay hand on the goods of his neighbor, so as to perpetrate any fraud, such as with an ox or a donkey or a sheep or clothing, not to do anything that would be able to cause damage. Where's the cattle, or the male servant, or the female servant, or the wife? The case of both shall be brought before the heavens, and if they give judgment against him, he shall repay double to his neighbor. If anyone will have entrusted a donkey, an ox, a sheep, or any animal to the keeping of his neighbor, and it will have died or become disabled, or have been captured by the enemies and no one saw it, then there shall be an oath between them that he did not lay his hand on the goods of his neighbor, and the owner shall accept the oath, and he will not be compelled to make restitution. But if it will have been taken away by theft, he shall repay the damages to the owner. Wait. So if I entrust you with animals and they're stolen, you have to pay back. But if I entrust you with money or a container, you don't? As long as I swear it wasn't me. What?
So you just put the animals in the container?
I mean, if a container is, by definition, something that contains something. If you put a fence around your animals, it contains the animals in this confined space. A fence is, by definition, a container.
Oh my god.
So that's why people put fences up.
That explains a lot.
See, there's a risk to the money swapping scheme. If you can't find the thief, the money is gone.
Oh no,
yeah, but the thing is, even if your own money is stolen, it's gone. If it's the borrowed money and it's stolen, it's still gone. Like, effectively, it doesn't make a difference. If the money is stolen and nobody saw it, it's gone.
But if it's found,
yeah, if it's found,
you get double if it's borrowed.
Exactly. Good evening, Pom. Maybe you should add music to the Bible streams. I thought about that, and then I just realized that I'm too lazy, and I forgot.
Just add church choirs.
If you can find me some that are royalty free, we can certainly do that.
On it, boss.
Go ahead. Where was I? Repay the damages. Yes. If it has been eaten by a wild beast, let him carry what was killed to him, and then he shall not make restitution. If anyone borrows from his neighbor any of these things, and it has died or been disabled when the owner was not present, he shall be compelled to make restitution. But if the owner was present, he shall not make restitution, especially if it had been brought for hired work. If a man has led astray a virgin not yet betrothed, and he has slept with her, he shall pay her dowry and have her as a wife. What is dowry? Dowry. Okay. So basically the wedding payment. Like money you give to her for marrying her, so the marrying fee, basically. A Gregorian chants. Well, as I said, I would have to actually look into finding something royalty free, and I thought about it, and then I forgot about it, and then just here we are. Okay, so if you deflower a virgin, you have to take her as a wife and pay her.
You have to give them your virginity back in return.
You have to return double.
Yeah.
I return to you 2 virginities.
Oh my! my 2 virgin daughters. Gets a flashback to lot. You have to give it back. Take your virginity. Hey, give it back.
Flashback of a lot or a lot of flashbacks?
Yes.
If the daddy of the virgin is not willing to give her, he shall pay money according to manner of a dowry, which virgins are accustomed to receive. So basically, you have to pay regardless, and unless the daddy refuses, you have to take her as a wife. I like how this is just you, and then there's good formatting.
Yeah.
Shall not permit practitioners to the black arts.
That was in the original formatting, by the way.
You shall not permit practitioners of the black arts to live. What are the black arts?
They're the arts, and they're just black.
Black arts. I actually have no clue what that means. Witchcraft. Okay. I thought it might be that, but
You just draw something with charcoal, and it's suddenly not allowed. Gets fucking beat up.
thanks, Terrace. Okay.
What if it's just art?
How do I actually have to download all of this? I mean,
I don't know, up to you.
I would have to download a bunch of songs and put them in a playlist. That maybe for next time. I'll keep that link and I'll have a look at it.
I mean, if you just Google like royalty-free church music.
Yeah, I mean, I could. I'm just too lazy. That's the problem.
Wow.
Maybe I will. I don't know. Okay, so that's why you have to kill witches, I guess. Whoever has sexual intercourse is, I believe. Can you search for that? I believe that's the first time they used this phrasing. Before it was always entering someone and sleeping with someone and entering someone and opening their womb and whatever the fuck. Whoever has sexual intercourse with an animal shall be put to death.
Yeah, that's actually the first one. That's the first instance, and there's 13 of them.
Damn. Also, something about your mom in bed and I will be put to death now. Are you okay, Terrace?
Check your DMs.
Oh my. No. Just do something else. Otherwise, it's going to be too confusing. It's funny, but don't do it.
I wasn't going to.
Good.
But I thought it's hilarious.
You can post that in chat as well if you want. I mean, that's up to you. Whoever immolates to skytises other than to the lard shall be killed. You shall not harass the newcomer, nor shall you afflict him. For yourselves were once newcomers in the land of Egypt. You shall not harm a widow or an orphan. But, wait, is a widow only female, or is a widow non-gendered?
Widow is non-gendered.
Okay, because in German it's different words for them. So yeah, okay, widow. Yeah, okay. Want to make sure. You shall not harm a widow or an orphan. You can harm other people as long as you don't kill them. If you hurt them, they will cry out to me, and I will hear them cry. If you hurt them, I'll have to listen to their fucking whining. Please don't. I just want some sleep, for fuck's sake. And my fury will be enraged, and I will strike you down with the sword.
Wait, stop. You're gonna have to reread that section in a second. Wait a minute.
I try to stop, I can't.
There you go.
And my fury will be enraged, and I will strike you down with the sword. And your wives will become widows, and your sons will become orphans. If you lend money to the poor of my people who live among you, you shall not coerce them like a collector, nor oppress them with usury. The fuck is usury? What's all these fancy words? Okay. So basically, don't ask for the money back at ridiculously high rates. Widow is a female, by the way. Is that a very, very bad Overwatch joke, I sense? Widower is a male. Wait, but according to... Wait, what? What the fuck? I just learned something interesting about the German language. Apparently, widow. What the? Mr. Burns, are you around? Are you an expert on the German language? What? Why does widow translate to Hurensohn? This. What? How does that make. Fuck language. Widow is used as a gendered and non-gendered word. Okay, so. I don't know. Saw
I
that
think
too.
it's correct to use it for both situations.
I don't know how to explain, but widow, you know what widow means, obviously. And apparently in German, it can either mean, well, what it means in English, but it also has the meaning of the German word for son of a bitch.
Nice.
Or I guess bastard also works, but yeah, but it's just, it's,
Nice.
yeah, widow is a son of a bitch. Sure, why not?
You fucking you, motherfucking you.
Okay,
Right.
so we don't know. Maybe it's just female, maybe it's female or male.
What?
But-
Why are you here?
Oh my god, I'm getting follow botted. Yay!
What? Why are you here?
They don't stop. I'm gonna have to turn off the alerts.
What?
Okay,
Why are you here?
give me a moment. Studio mode. Alerts.
What?
Alert.
Why are you here?
There we go. I'm gonna leave them off for now. Will they
They're useless anyway.
That's an oddity of the English language, not the German one. Title: Widows reading the Bible. Hey! Paris, you have just been called a widow.
Uh,
I was followed by these. Yeah, pretty much everyone is, but there was a bunch now at once, so I'm just turning it off for now. Where was I? Here. If you take a garment from your neighbor as a pledge, you shall return it to him again before the setting of the sun. For it is all that he has to cover himself, to clothe his body. Nor does he have anything else in which to sleep. If he cries out to me, I will hear him, because I am compassionate. So, wait. If you take garment from your neighbor as a pledge, you must return it before the night, because it's literally everything he has. So everyone only has one set of clothing.
one whole entire.
So if they give their clothing to you as a pledge, you must return it before the sun sets, because otherwise they will be naked and they'll have to sleep naked, and then they'll cry. Wondering what they were. Yeah, a lot of people have said that they're connected to the recent hate rates on Twitch. It used to be fuck, I quickly check. What were the old ones? I don't know if I even got followed by them, if I can find them. Don't know. It used to be something, and now it's variations of the name Horse. So yeah, those are follow bots allegedly connected to the hate rates. I don't know. You shall not disparage the heavens, and you shall not speak evil of the leader of your people. You shall not delay in paying your tithes and your first fruits. You shall give the firstborn of your sons to me. What are you doing there, Terrace?
Nothing.
Is this linking to asparagus? No. Why is it? Why are you? You suck. So this is a general thing. Just you shall give the firstborn of your sons to me.
Nice, chunk.
So literally just, yep, just any firstborn son.
Brilliant.
You shall do likewise with those of the oxen and the sheep. but not the cattle. For 7 days, let it be with its mother. On the 8th day, you shall repay it to me. So before the circumcision. You shall be holy men for me. The flesh from which beasts will have tasted, you shall not eat, but you will throw it to the dogs. Okay, so don't eat anything that your animals are eating.
Seems legit.
Also throw it to the dogs. There were dogs back then already. There was literally no mention of dogs yet.
What about it?
I think, at least. First mention of dogs. Exodus. Thanks, Terrace.
You're welcome.
For your valuable input. Exodus 22. You shall not accept a lying voice. Neither shall you join your hand so as to give false testimony on behalf of the impious. How would I know if somebody's lying to me? Like, I can try to figure it out, but how would I know? 23, not 28. Nobody's listening to this anyway. You shall not follow the crowd in doing evil. Neither shall you go astray in judgment by agreeing with the majority opinion apart from the truth. Likewise, you shall not show pity in judgment of the poor. If you come across an ox or a donkey of your enemy which has gone astray, lead it back to him. If you see the donkey of the one who hates you fallen under its burden, you shall not pass by without lifting it up with him. You shall not deviate in judgment of the poor. You shall flee from lies. The innocent and the just shall not kill, for I shun the impious. So if somebody's lying, you just run away? Like, flee from lies in what regard? That's a little...
Yes.
Neither shall you accept bribes, which blind even the prudent and subvert the words of the just. You shall not harass a sojourner, for you know the life of a newcomer. For you yourselves also were sojourners in the land of Egypt. For 6 years you shall sow your land and gather its produce. But in the 7th year you shall release it and cause it to rest, so that the poor of your people may eat. And whatever remains, let the beasts of the field eat it. So shall you do with your vineyard and your olive grove. So, for 6 years you can use your fields, and then in the 7th year, release it, cause it to rest, so that the poor of your people may eat. Like, how do these two things relate?
Yes.
On the 7th year, just let the land rest and like recover, basically, so that the poor may eat, implying that the poor should use the land in that year. But I thought it should rest. Like, this does not make sense to me. Thank you, Terrace. We don't have alerts, remember?
That's fine.
Good. Although it did stop, at least for now, so. Turn it back on, see what happens. During the 7th year, the product of your land will go to the poor. Okay, I mean, you shall release it. A little confusing, but cause it to rest. That does not add up. I mean, obviously, so that the poor may eat. Obviously, somehow some kind of food has to go to the poor, but cause it to rest. I do not understand. For 6 days you shall work. On the 7th day you shall cease, so that your ox and your donkey may rest, and so that the newcomer and the son of your handmaid may be refreshed. Starting to wonder if ox and donkey is really just a euphemism. They're talking about crop rotation. Yeah, but still, explain to me how this makes sense in that regard. Preserve all that I have said to you. Imagine just having this speech that goes on for ages, and then at the end it's like, okay, write all of it down. Sure, I noted all of this. I've got it right here. Preserve all that I have said to you, and by the names of foreign goddesses you shall not swear, neither shall these be heard from your mouth. 3 times in each year you shall celebrate feasts to me. You shall keep the solemnity of unleavened bread. For 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, just as I instructed you, at the time of the month of new grain, when you departed from Egypt. So they gotta repeat their diet. Good thing we noted that one down. You shall not appear empty-handed in my sight, for it is the solemnity of the harvest, the first fruits of your work, of whatever you have sown in the field. Likewise, it is a solemnity at the end of the season that you will have gathered in all your crops, from the field. 3 times a year, all your males shall appear before the Lord your Skytus. They rotate the field 90 degrees so that the poor can eat the dirt. Thanks, cat peasant. Good evening, Hex. Did you ever have more hair?
What?
Do you mean in terms of quantity of hair or volume of hair? And also in total or in specific body regions? More hair, yeah. So you mean more individual hairs? I never counted my hairs. How many hairs does a human have? Like millions? I don't fucking know, but I'm definitely not gonna count.
Well, we have time, so I might as well just count it. Go on.
Less see-through. Well, if you have longer hair, they're also less see-through in that regard, I guess. So, your question has to be a little more specific, Hex. But yes, there was, so I guess, yes, there was a time when I had longer hair. I don't know if I ever had more body hair anywhere on my body. I never counted. And technically, even if you shave, you still have the hair. It's just a lot shorter and not visible. So it's not a very precise question. You shall not immolate the blood of my victim over leaven, nor shall the fat of my solemnity remain until morning. Wait, you shall not immolate the blood of my victim over leaven. I'm just imagining some teenager at the dinner table just refusing to eat his bread, and he just has a bowl of blood and he's just trying to light it with a lighter. Just what? It's okay for being very see-through. It looks good on you. X is a very weird person. Can you translate from weird to English, Terrace? I don't understand what he's trying to ask. See-through. Which hair are we even talking about? What? And I thought the Bible was confusing. You shall carry the first grain of the land.
What have I done? Sorry,
My mom.
My computer told me to.
You shall carry the first grain of the land to the house of the Lord of your Skytus. You shall not cook a young goat in the milk of its mother.
Oh, that's fucking amazing. Let's do it.
Dude, the best of is gonna be fucking insane.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know which color you used, so you gotta do it. Thank you, Skydus. You are also very weird. Thanks. Oh, wait.
Thanks.
Imagine how you will be one of the most well-read Bible people in Germany. I mean, not the most well... I mean, depending on what you consider most. Yeah, I'm definitely already above probably more than 99% of the population in terms of Bible knowledge, but there's people that just literally study the Bible. I'm just reading through it once and trying to basically understand. So there's people with a lot more knowledge, but obviously I'm far, far above average. I'm like in the top 1% in terms of Bible knowledge. Probably even better, but yeah. So yeah, you shall not cook a young goat in the milk of its mother. More than the priest, you can have a school for little children. And they will cry because you're a bit scary. Yes, that's why they will cry. Will be cute. We'll leave it at that. Behold, I will send my right angle, who will go before you and preserve you on your journey, and lead you into the place that I have prepared. Heed him and hear his voice, and do not hold him in disregard, for he will not release you when you have sinned, and my name is in him. It's just like, okay, so you're the angel of Skytis. Yes. So you have the name of Skytis in you. Yes. But how do I know that you're not lying? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna cut you open to check if you have the name Skytis inside of you. What's the procedure here? Name in him. What the fuck? Only just read Exodus. Yeah, we have plenty of content here. 10 Bible highlights the Catholic Church that want you to know about. Next YouTube video title. Not the next one, but maybe? I might make a video out of the best of. Maybe. And currently I'm working on getting all of these videos on YouTube, and I'm still have to actually cut down and edit the tier list that I made. I also want to put that on YouTube. Not particularly amazing, but I just want to put it out there, see if anybody's interested. Thought gods could see straight through people. No need to open. Yeah, but the thing is, God is talking to... Who is he talking? Probably Moses? He's talking to some kind of person. And the person, obviously, is not a god. Thus, they cannot see through. But if you listen to his voice and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and I will afflict those who afflict you. And my right angle will go before you, and he will bring you to the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Canaanite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, whom I will crush. So will he only crush the Jebusite, or all of them? It's like, he sends a right angle that leads you to different nations, and whenever you get there, Skytis just crushes them.
Whack.
Not quite sure on this. You shall not adore their Skytises, nor worship them. You shall not do their work, but shall destroy them and break apart their statues. And you shall serve the Lord your Skytis, so that I may bless your bread and your waters, so that I may take away sickness from your midst. There will not be fruitless or barren ones in your land. I will fill up the number of your days. I will fill up the number of your days? What? What is that even? I will send my terror to run ahead of you, and I will kill all the people to whom you will enter. Terrors?
Yes.
I will send my terror to run ahead of you, and I will kill all the people to whom you will enter.
Oh no. Don't do it.
So this could either mean I will kill all the people that you visit. By the way, it doesn't specify that it's enemies, so literally anyone. Or it means I will kill anyone that you have sex with.
Oh no.
Like, that's the... What? Yeah, I don't know which one it is. And I will turn the backs of all your enemies before you, sending wasps ahead, so that they will be put to flight. So that they will put to flight the Hivite and the Canaanite and the Hittite before you enter. And I will not cast them out from your face in 1 year, lest the land be reduced to a wilderness and the wild beasts increase against you. I will expel them little by little from your sight until you have expanded and may possess the land.
What? Why are you here?
For fuck's sake.
What? Why are you here?
Where was I? Before you enter.
Something about
Cast them
expansion.
out. Tell them. Yeah. Then I will set your limits to be from the Red Sea to the Sea of the Palestinians, and from the desert all the way to the river. I will deliver into your hands the inhabitants of the land, and I will cast them out from your sight. You shall not enter into a pact with them, nor with their skytises. They may not live on your land, lest perhaps they may cause you to sin against me, if you serve their skytises, which certainly would be a temptation for you. I like how many times he directly or indirectly mentioned to not praise or in any other way engage with other skytises.
Yes.
Fill up number of your days, make your life longer. Wait, where was that? Fuck. Is that on the previous page? It was somewhere here, right? Damn it. 23, 26. Oh, I'm looking too far back. Okay, let's see. You shall serve the Lord your God, so I bless your bread and waters, take away sickness from your midst. There will not be fruitless or barren ones in your land. I will fill up the number of your days.
Interesting.
Yes, yeah, could be. It's just like everyone has a timer, and it's just okay. I have a certain amount of days left to live, and then one day Sky does like, okay, I'll top every one of you up, so every one of you just has 900 years to live now from now on. Or well, I guess more like 300, because the life expectancy has gone down significantly.
Yes.
I like how Terrace is just.
If your neighbor gets that and you don't, you just kill him out of spite.
And then you also die because you killed someone? Question mark?
Worth it.
Okay, well. Your decision. Go ahead, I guess. I'm not your neighbor, so I'm good on that, I guess.
Want me to change that?
I mean, you could become my neighbor.
Yes.
How many chapters of Bible laws have we read now?
Yes.
Good question. Very good question. My god, why do I have this? Go away.
Well, all of Book of Genesis, and then
23 was?
22
was? 21 was. These are the judgments, yes. And then 20. 20 is the tell them. Also okay.
It's quite a lot of laws.
20, what's 19? The third month departure. No, the 19 was the garbage where it's like, go up. Okay, now fuck off. And then come back with your brother. But not anyone else, even though I just asked for everyone else. So yeah, from 20 to, what was it, 23? 4 chapters of law. Commandments, I guess, rather. I don't think they're ever mentioned as laws specifically. I think we're done here. Paris seems very done, if you ask me.
I think so. I mean, I have a naturally short attention span, so usually about 2-ish hours for these Bible streams is where I draw the line.
So this was, I believe, stream number 9, and we're at 45 out of 80.
Fucking hell.
Although the first ones were a little longer, so
Yeah.
like, let's say another 11 or so sessions of this. 10, maybe 10, depending on how long we go for.
I mean,
There's
that's
still
not too bad.
Plenty. Yeah,
Looks
let's...
like we won't be doing Discord stage things either.
Yeah. Although there was not really much of a loss since there was no family tree, because this was literally just laying down the law.
Yeah.
Outro.
All credit.
That was... Honestly, that was probably one of the, if not the most difficult Bible reading sessions. Like, there were so many...
It was definitely educational.
So many things that I did not understand that I had to read multiple times, where I had to even consult people in the chat for help.
That's what I missed with the first part of Genesis before it all got like just naming people, and that's it. And kind of what we did.
It just lacked story. It was just don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. If this happens, do this, and then just laws, just no story, nothing. It was very dry. I guess it's the right word.
It was at least a bit more interesting. You learned things that actually are relevant to the religion instead of like just about people who.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting in that regard, but it was too much. It felt like a lot of work actually compared to the other ones. It was actually difficult to go through, basically. Question once again becomes, where do we go for a raid?
I have no suggestions because no one that I follow.
Because you're never on Twitch. Yeah, I know.
No.
Okay, let me see. While we figure that out. No progress in this story. Well, there was some progress. Moses went up on the mountain and got the laws. Basically, that's, yeah. He went up the mountain and got the 19,567 commandments. Okay, so yeah, we have these stupid follow bots now that are annoying me. I'm gonna have to see if there's anything else coming from that, or if it's just that. Not much I can do about it for now. Gonna hope that they'll leave it at that. For those of you that haven't seen it on the Discord, also join the Discord. Do
it.
What was the date? The 26th. Yeah. Planning to do a subathon stream on the 26th. I can't speak. So basically a stream that is, well, effectively open-ended, but technically has a limit. Basically, the more money people give me through subscriptions, the longer I will be streaming. I will be playing Getting Over It, and I will basically pretty much be restarting for every subscription. There's also going to be a few other things, so it's not only going to be focused on the money. You can also have a few things through channel points at reduced prices, so should be interesting to watch for anyone.
This will be good because I'll be able to tactically like watch Skydish struggle with a particular section for like an hour and finally get through it and then just reset it right to the back.
Pretty much, yeah.
That'd be such a worth use of my money.
Yeah, I'm also gonna have a small bonus reward incentive or whatever for reaching 35 and 50 sub points, but I'll talk about that later. Exact details are still to be determined, but that's the plan for now. So that would be the Sunday in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks and 2 days. I'll probably be starting noon or even late morning my time. We'll see. Nobody has any suggestions for raids, and there's really not many people live, so I think we're gonna do literally the same thing we did last Friday. I think that's all. Yeah, I'm gonna have the first episode of the Bible stream on YouTube probably tomorrow, and the other ones will follow soonish after. Thanks for hanging out. Also, especially thank you for your input, helping me understand the Bible. Especially thanks to Terrace for all the various things that he does that you may or may not know about.
Yeah, just amazing.
he does a lot more than just hang out on stream. I'll just say that. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that he's helping with by now. So, yeah. No hating on Terrace allowed.
Yay.
We're gonna be rating a show now. She's doing some kind of glass art again. I don't know. Kappa Claus suggested her last Friday. So we're gonna go there again. And I will see you probably on Monday. Good night.